Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Echo. Let's continue. So I'm kind of hoping for this game to be done in the next couple hours. I've kind of seen all the gameplay. As much as I complained about playing Control, which was just a repetitive third-person shooter game, now in comparison, playing a overly difficult Control was also overly difficult even and didn't have any difficulty settings. This game is worse because it does have difficulty settings and it's still overly difficult. But yeah, as much as I controlled about the third person shooting being generic and boring in Control, we're in a worse position here because this is a stealth game that really doesn't work for me, and maybe this is an indicator that I wouldn't really that I really wouldn't be a good fan of like a Metal Gear Solid game. I'd be willing to believe that's the case. Right. So, what if we scan this? Will this highlight all the keys? Or do I have to find all of those myself? Yeah. A stealth game like Metal Gear Solid probably doesn't really interest me. Although I think you could probably also play Metal Gear Solid at least 5 with it with options that make it less of a stealth experience. There we go. So now I just taught how to slide. Now I'm teaching it how to climb. Now I'm teaching it how to slide. And see, I need to get out of this pretty fast. Now I'm teaching it how to run in water. So this boss fight that we're going through right now, which I think that's really what this is, it can be a nightmare. So now I just taught it how to pick up those items.
I can see all the orbs from here.
Alright. The thing I don't want to do, though, is shoot people. Because if I start shooting people, they are going to start shooting back. And it seems to me like this world isn't really involved at resetting. So here we go. Getting slight bits of resetting. I don't think these guys can... I don't think they know how to... Oh! Unfortunately, I taught it how to hit me in the head with the glass beads. And see, that's the problem. So, kind of don't know what it knows and what it doesn't know now because of that reset. So when I slide through here, does it learn from that? Probably. Honestly though, them learning the ability to slide's not terrible. There's worse things they could learn. Darn it. Okay.
Halfway there.
I think I may have missed one. In a bad position. Yeah, and when you've got three on top of you, you can't survive. I think I missed one anyways. So I need to roll through here. There's a whole bunch. Perhaps it's safer to run this direction. See, that is totally the wrong move. The good news is it doesn't seem like I need all the keys. So maybe if I do run down through this section,
Halfway there.
I'll then be in a better position. Right, let's see. This takes too long. Right. I can't climb. So alright, nope, now he's shooting. Now they're shooting. Okay. So it's like I've got to kind of behave, run around this area, collect the things, and then run back and checkpoint. So if I do this, if I come down this way, collect that, collect this, jump this way, Now what I want to do is make a mad dash back to where I think the save point was. Ooh. Corruption. Right, that might have saved me some effort. Right. Right. So we've got now more sections over here, and we've got a better save point. And if we go high on this, we shouldn't be in a bad position. Where's that guy? Chasing me? Yeah, I am just gonna constantly call them guys. Sorry for misgendering the echoes, but and yeah, if you rapidly press B, you can take on two, but you really can't take on anymore. I barely just recovered there. If I can get just a couple more on this lower section, that would be great. And even if I have to use the gun right now, that wouldn't be too bad. The thing though is we really don't have a good position to run to a save point. And we really don't have a good position yeah. So that puts me back at the save point we were at here. Just need a couple more, and we'll see what that does. Still taking down these people. I guess maybe I could run and try and save again. Yeah, I think that's my best bet, is to just wait till this resets and then go through the save area again. Right. Yep. And yeah, those collectibles will be missing throughout this process. Is that seriously gonna see me or not? Give me the last couple. And I think we're good. I think we're good. If we can just get in the center room, we can get out of here. Now. Because in the center room is this one, which that's all I needed. So just like the tuning forks, there are more keys in these boss puzzles than you need. So we're going down even deeper to the core of the planet. Of course, the planet looks huge. We did not get enough to get the full decryption, it seems. So much for any achievement around that. So you can almost read what it says there. But frankly, if I really cared what it said, I would, well, I'd go just look it up online, frankly. Maybe there will be some kind of continue function.
90 kilometers. Slowing down.
You went 55 kilometers the first time. So now we're back to the square tiles instead of the Star of David looking tiles. So there is two different art styles going on here, but they aren't drastically different. So if that was the end of Act 2, then my guess is that this is Act 3 of maybe a 3-act game, maybe not. I see things all over the place. It's hard to tell where to go. Yeah, just learn to eat the grapes. That'd be the irony of the game, is that if you just actually got them to eat the grapes, they would die instantly. So the number of lines down there even gives a slight indication on how many of these collectibles there are. I guess I'm supposed to go down that way. Again, we're having that mirrored effect where it seems like you could go left or right and it doesn't really matter. They probably have taken away the glass balls away from us again for a while. It really does seem like you have just the basics, the beginnings of a video game here. Something that would say, yes, we know the main level in which we were going to unlock a new ability, and we created that, but we didn't make the 5 other levels that would have used that ability and made it commonplace and familiar to the player. So I keep going from unfamiliar gameplay strategy to another unfamiliar gameplay strategy over and over again. And the game in itself is already a very unfamiliar feeling gameplay strategy. There's people all over. And was this some kind of piano? I'm trying to play piano here. Leave me alone. Alright. Alright, well, so much for trying to teach them to play the piano. Instead, let's just kind of rush through all of this. Do I want them to be able to use the elevator? Too bad, I guess I don't have a choice. They now know how to. This almost seems like this could be the end, since I do think this game really isn't a finished product. I'd be willing to buy some of that, but also I would fully believe that there might be a considerably large amount of gameplay still to go. Just chase and run away from the... Just trying to run away from everything. If there's like a save spot or anything in this, like, I don't know where it is. See, I think that's part of the problem here, is that this game, look, they are playing the piano. I think this game forces you to kind of stumble into finding save spots as a way of improving your abilities. I'm just like 24 feet away, or until it resets and says, actually no, you're nowhere close. This area seems more like a meeting hall with tables than
That's a man
getting the gate.
You don't want to know. It's horrible.
So maybe I could have convinced more people to play the piano in that previous section, and maybe that would have done something. Okay, there's a harp over there. And there's just a ridiculous amount of people standing in the way. How in the world am I supposed to... There you go. Alright, game, figure out something I can act with. Like...
What's that sound?
The whole floor is shaking.
So the whole floor is shaking? Maybe what this boils down to is I do need to play the things.
Over here.
Alright, let's see if what happens if we just do a mad dash. No, that's not gonna work. And if I started shooting people, it would take way too long. Like, if I could just get a little bit of room. So if I could just sideline this one, take that, and then run.
The key door's below the floor. What's that sound?
The whole floor is shaking.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Yeah, I don't know if something happened to the floor and I'm not seeing it, or what.
The floor is gone.
Alright. Is that... what triggered that? Come on. Here we go. I think we can get this though. I think we can get this. No. Alright. So we've got to get the key, then drop down. So we just gotta do a little bit of a dodge here, and then take this.
The key door's below the floor.
If I kind of run.
What's that sound?
I think I'm good.
The floor is gone.
No. No. Alright. So I gotta get the key, then kind of do a dash around and then back.
The key door's below the floor.
I can get to the key quickly. See, the problem here is I'm trying to kind of speed run all of this. Where, honestly, if I just climbed up here and then saw what happened. There's like 4 or 5 guys around me. That didn't work. I think you have to get the key, or you have to walk considerably otherwise. I think there probably is a another element here. Alright.
The
So,
key door's below the floor. What's
come
that
on.
sound?
The whole floor is shaking.
The floor is gone.
So I kind of have to send them back with the riot gun, I think, when there's two of them around. And I've never been able to successfully pull this off. So...
The key door's below the floor.
there we go.
What's that sound?
The whole floor is shaking.
The floor is gone.
Got it. But I kind of need a checkpoint. If the game does not want to give me one, then I'm in a bad position. I guess we have no choice. We've got one person following me, and that's it. That's not too bad. That's kind of nothing. See, she just tried to knock me down with the riot gun ability. So I taught them that.
This place is horrible. How could anyone enjoy themselves surrounded by man cages?
Oh. These were man cages. I didn't see any of these in the... I didn't see any of these at all. Man, this whole game just turns into this over and over again. Come on. So, torture devices, from best I can tell, are what the main cages are. They look like Iron Maidens. I'm just trying really not hard to not shoot something, so I'm trying to avoid any scenarios like that. But no more checkpoints. Instead, we're going to the outside, and it doesn't seem like anybody's following us. They changed the fabric to green on these chairs. And nobody's even chasing me this time. So perhaps the top of this palace portrays itself like heaven, and you get deeper and deeper, and it starts portraying itself more like hell. Although, with an opulent, minimalistic architecture style that's been in this game, I don't see a third art style coming out. This dark, contrasting, mechanical art style is, I think, all we're gonna get. And if this is supposed to be hell, well, certainly isn't the fire and brimstone.
Strange pulsing from those cylinders through the suit. It
feels like a really loud bass.
It's not sonic. The field print tells me they're hyperconductors. The force supplied to sustain them ripples the suit somehow.
Veins flowing with answers.
Come again.
These are what's making it all possible. To keep sync on a planetary scale. Every few minutes, every blueprint is maintained meticulously. Imagine if the palace was populated. The chaos of input, analysis, and reaction.
All that wasted on some sick game.
A game that will bring Foster back. I just need to beat it.
We've seen nothing here that proves Foster can come back. On the contrary, the echoes aren't UN, just like recreating Foster will not be Foster. He's dead.
But he's not. That's what I keep saying. He didn't die. He was translated.
To you, it's so fresh in memory your adrenaline is pumping. But in reality, he died more than a century ago. And you hope to bring him back. It's just crazy.
It can be done. Gramps explained it to me, but I doubt you'll understand.
Try me.
The apparatus translated Foster into a Kaya supersymmetrical manifold. The corresponding Mucharo field was captured in solid form, the cube. He really is in there, still alive, and the palace will remanifest him.
That is just ridiculous. The manifold is a theoretical shortcut. Not even during the push was it pursued to that end.
My guess is it was.
This is a whole
When
bunch
else
of
would this
gibberish.
place be thought up? I figure some rich house considered this their retirement plan as the requisition jitters started to gain momentum.
You just speak whatever comes to your mind. How do the echoes fit into this nursing home theory of yours?
For one who's seen it all, you really are very narrow-minded. Reality is diverse, and the push era was notoriously considered the era of splintered humanity. Spreading through the universe brought about extreme human constellations.
Don't you try giving me history lessons.
I'm just saying that the
This is a
world
long
needed
walk
to
and talk.
develop tech like this, the ability to keep it secret. Their grotesque imagining of paradise, it all matches a recluse house. The echoes were probably entertainment to them, seeing the lower castes fighting to survive. The creators expected to be gods here and designed everything to constantly remind them that they were.
And the resourceful spend their lives preparing for the challenge of being gods?
I suspect Gramps' ticket here wasn't first class. More like gate crashing. That would mean fighting to gain privilege and access, constant betterment. That's what Gramps prepared us for. And that's exactly what's needed to finish this.
Yeah, a lot of sci-fi jargon there, and a lot of mostly just gibberish. And a long walk and talk to maybe hide loading, but I don't even know what they're really loading. One of the benefits of having everything look exactly the same is that you really wouldn't have to load textures and 3D models into the video card's RAM over and over again. Of course, you basically see no other game ever do that because it's repetitive and boring, and that's this game kind of in a nutshell. It's pretty, but pretty like the Mona Lisa. If I could look at the Mona Lisa, I would for about 5 minutes, and then I go, okay, I've seen it, I'm done. I wouldn't try to play a 6-hour game on it, particularly a 6-hour game that has major frustration points. And there's some little tricks here that could have been done to help me out. They could have had fewer people spawning in specific spots, so if something killed me, it just didn't spawn in the next cycle. That would have helped me out quite a bit. Eventually that would mean that if you're killed by everything in the room might just be empty. That's something Resident Evil 4 did many years before this game came out, just in an adaptable difficulty. They could have slowed down the speed of the enemies walking as another way of tricking the system. Is this a full health recharge or something else? But yeah, they're not treating me very kindly while telling me the story, and it seems like they wanted to show me pretty pictures and tell me a story, so making it difficult is annoying, to say the least. So we've got some red flowers over there, and some keys. This really isn't working. The idea of forcing them to learn to eat the grapes. I've not seen them do any of that. I think it's a misnomer to say, well, I can't play it a second time, interesting, that the resourcefuls were coming to this place to be anything other than slaves or something. So we have different plates and things stacked on top of each other. Teacups on top of teacups. I don't even know if I need the glass orbs, honestly. They seem to be very unhelpful. Right. Where is this pointing to? And I kind of need to run through this before anything else happens. Desperately trying to find the right path without hurting myself or making this worse on myself. Let's see if we can hear they are playing the pianos, which I'm glad for that small victory, but it's really not enough. Yeah, there's really no way you're going to get no way you're going to get all of, let's see. And I just lost trying to do that trick. So this is another one of these rooms that has like 2 people in it. Right. You can't jump down these elevators, interestingly enough. Honestly, it might not be a bad idea to just have them try and do a bunch of things. Yeah, because if they were going up and down elevators, then they probably wouldn't cause as much frustration. Otherwise, if they were jumping over areas, might be a little bit less frustration because of that. Yeah, that definitely did open a section up. They're spending a lot of time. It seems like you probably could play a pacifist role in this. I don't know why you'd want to, though. See if we can find a checkpoint that works for us. Come on. The problem is when you're in the dark, you kind of just don't know where you're supposed to be going. So it really needs to checkpoint every time it blacks out the room. Yeah. Okay. I call an elevator. I take an elevator. I'm going to the left side. I want a general idea of where I'm supposed to go and how to specifically get back to this place. It's like a extremely long hallway to the left, and then an extremely long hallway to the right, with no checkpoints in between. Alright, I've gotta see if I can get out of here now. Well, here's a save point. So I guess I'm just gonna stay here. Alright, so we've got a save point now. And our next section is this way, sort of, not really. Press the X button to see if we can shut some things down. The next one, see, I think is down here. Do I have at least one key? Yes, I do. Unlike so many other games where you raise an alarm when you're detected, this one kind of doesn't do that. So it feels like you kind of could let's go ahead and touch this corruption and do a full reset just in case they knew anything. I don't think they did, but yep. Oh, seriously? Notice how the body is floating. So that's not going to turn out well. As I'm trying to run here. Come on. I'm fairly certain this isn't the key. If it is, then yeah, actually this might be the key. Is that one trying to shoot me? When did it learn how to shoot me? I need a safe point. Like somewhere over here. Somewhere over here, there's got to be some kind of save point that I can use. It's gotta be a way up. Alright. Part of the problem, I guess, is that I run when I'm in danger, when I might be better off not running at that point. Because running head first into a dangerous scenario, you know. Oh, seriously. Well, I think you can kind of see how it's going. It's not really going great. I do think we probably are at the second puzzle of the third act, which could be the second to the last puzzle in the entire game. Like, I don't think there can be much more here other than more frustration and more larger areas of the same actions. You can kind of see how this concept falls apart because there probably was a ton of work that had to be put into the underlying programming to make this work, but because of that, you've limited yourself down to a considerably small number of actions and a considerably stupid artificial intelligence in the enemies you're fighting. And then they move faster, or they move the same speed as you. They actually have to be moving faster than you, because if you were walking and they were walking at the same speed as you, they would never catch up. They'd always be 1 foot behind you if they started 1 foot behind you. So they're moving faster. Unless, of course, you turned around and weren't walking in the exact opposite direction of them, which might be part of my problem too. But this is just kind of a bang your head against the wall game that is just very pretty, but that's kind of all you can say about it. We've been going almost an hour, and I think this is as good of a place to take a break anyways, so I'm actually going to physically take a break between this recording and the next, and that might cause me to forget a lot of the muscle memory, but honestly I don't think I've learned too much muscle memory at all. There might have been a better way to do this, where you just had one echo of you that was chasing you at all times, and then you would have like a Mr. X in Resident Evil 2, a super powerful enemy that's always close to killing you, but then you would need some small time enemies that could not do as much. It could also have been that they broke it, if they had broken it down where certain characters were color coded and they learned that they could walk on water, and so they had like a blue outfit, and then other characters learned that they could shoot guns and they had like a red outfit. Then from a distance you could say, oh, actually I can deal with the people that can walk on the water way easier than the gun people. I'll run towards the blue outfit enemies. Here it's just frustration. It really is. It's a weird stealth that you really can't play as stealth, or at least I'm not willing to give it the time to try. The reset happens far too often. So if the game had given me some kind of button to say, do a reset now, and then that button is on a cooldown for a minute or two, that would work a lot better. Because if I was going to play as a stealth game, I could, without the resets, go around and stealth kill everybody, and then the room would be perfectly empty. Then you'd be perfectly fine to walk around and try and find all collectibles. It seems like there almost has to be a peaceful mode in this game, instead of a hardcore mode, as under the options, because that's the only way I think you would actually want to wander around these environments and look around. I'm not 100% sure that that's really the case, though. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a hardcore mode where one death and you go back to the beginning is required. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.